Hi, today we're going to be making a tails up, tails down bow using the Offray Bow Genius Bow Maker. This is the configuration that your bow maker should be set up in. We'll be using the larger set of combs as well as the needle center. Okay. The additional tools that we'll be using and needing would be a clip, a pair of scissors, hot glue gun, upholstery weight thread with a pre-tied knot at the end already, and an additional needle. We'll also be needing 32-inch length of Offray ribbon, already pre-dovetailed at the ends. And how we do that is by folding it in the center and just taking a scissor and cutting it at an angle on both sides. And a 5/8 inch width of ribbon in white, pre-knotted, just to cover the center of the nose of the bow. So, as we begin to make our bow, you're going to leave about 1.5 to 2 inches on the end, and you're going to weave it between these two sets of combs on your far right. As you pass over the needle, you're going to puncture it, and you're going to make your first loop by going around to the far left in between these two sets of combs on that prong, and you're going to move it straight across and doing the same thing on the far right as you see here. And as we pass over the needle, we're going to puncture again, and these are actually the first two loops, as you'll see later. And you're going to go through the bottom again, and you're going to mirror what you've done back here in between these two sets of combs, looping around again, heading it over top, and as you're passing over the needle, you're going to puncture it again here. So this is what it looks like before you put in your thread and the needle, but this is how the bow is going to be formed. You're going to take your thread, feed it through the needle that you have here. You're going to leave about 4 or 5 inches at the end here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers and go underneath all the ribbon, okay, and you're going to grab all the loops, pull it straight out, and you're going to pull the excess thread through. So what you see here, we've made that little nose there, that little loop there. It shows you exactly where the center of the bow is. So at this point in time, you can either hold it and thread another needle. You may find a clip handy, so this will hold it in place. I'm going to set this down on the side here for now. Take the other end of the thread. You're going to feed it into another needle that you'll be doing your stitch with, and we're going to be doing a drawstring stitch. So here we are again. I'm going to remove my clip. We're into this configuration, and we're going to put a drawstring stitch in. So between each stitch, I would say about 1/4 inch before you weave it through. And as you see here, I have used that knot as a gauge of my center. And I'm all the way at the end. I'm going to pull it through, and I'm going to pull it tight. I'm going to wrap this about 3 times just to make sure that it's in place. I'm going to put a lock stitch in the back. I'm going to pull tight. Okay. And now I could shape my bow. And as you see here, tails up, tails down. I'm going to cut the excess thread off. shape my bow. And now what I'm going to do is I have my pre-tied 5/8 inch nose already in place. And what I want to do is I want to put a dot of glue in the front of the bow. And just hold the knot there for a second for positioning. Okay, so it's dry. Then I'm going to turn all of it to the back. And put in another dot of glue. Hold that in place for another second. And another dot of glue to finish it. Turn it around. And there's your tails up, tails down